Hello, everyone. Stitch It Pam here. I haven't went live for over a month. It's probably been 5, 6 weeks, something like that. So I thought I'd come on and share a few things. Hi, Clint. Welcome in. How are you today? Yeah, I got a few happy mails here, and I haven't been online for over a month because I had surgery in December. So things have kind of built up here, and I'm working away on this scavenger hunt. It's the first year I've done the scavenger hunt. I'm sure you probably watched Stacy May work on her scavenger hunt. You just got a resin, something resin in the mail. This little heart gets, see the feed, that little heart gets in the way on the screen there. Let's see here. Oh, you do resin. Okay. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for stopping, Stacy. Yeah, so I got a few happy mails here, and where did I put my letter opener? Here it is. Yeah, this one I've had it sitting around for a couple weeks. It's from Shannon, Art Junkie Shannon. She's in Canada. I think this is a Christmas card, if I remember right. Oh, cute. Got a little hot chocolate on there. She's really good at making cards. I haven't mastered the card thing yet. I don't know if card making is my forte or not. Just a little note to say thanks so much for hanging out in our crew over at the Art Junk Hangout. Shannon and Sarah Bear. Sarah Bear is her daughter. Very nice. This is kind of really soft. Feels like felt. She's got her little stamp on the back, handmade, Art Junkie, and she dated it. Very nice. This is another item that I got a few weeks back. One of the other groups I follow, Cheryl, her YouTube name is Ink Pulp, and she comes on several days a week in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Central Time. And the group made this one morning, and she usually gets a lot of group participation when she creates things, and I really like that. I learn from everyone, And I think Stacy gave her some hints on the fact that I like sewing items. So this is a pocket, a journal pocket. And she's made it with pattern pieces on the outside and on the back. I love this, the way she's left the natural tatted stitch on there. And she stuck some different things in here. This is like a marker. And she's got a vintage piece of a tape measure on there. That's awesome. And then she wrote a little note on the back. Hi, Pam. The ABB group thought you might need a little cheer after your surgery. We hope you are on the mend soon, back with us at the ABB. Hope you enjoy this little pocket stuffed with vintage sewing goodies. Cheers, Cheryl and the ABB crew. I got lots of cards and messages while I was healing from my surgery, and that was awesome. This is cool. It's got some vintage thread wrapped around it, and got another little card in here. She's embellished. This is my type of journaling. I get that's, even though I want to learn new things, this is my forte, or however you say that. She's got some vintage sewing snaps in here. This is great. 15 cents. That's vintage. In fairly good condition there. And just a little tuck of thread there wrapped around and in you know, the original card there. So, and then she's got a like a twinchy cluster on here with a rusty safety pin. That's great. You know, I've ran into a lot of these types of things when I go through, you know, I collect buttons. And so when I get a tin of buttons, in the past, I've thrown all these things away that are rusted like that. But, you know, it's that grungy look is where it's all about. So stick that back in there. Just refresh my chat here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. So I've been working on my scavenger hunt 2024, and this is the first scavenger hunt I've participated in, and it's a thing that Janet Young does for the last, I don't know how many years. So I've got my cover started. It's not done yet for sure. I've used you know, the tissue pattern pieces from a pattern, vintage pattern. And on the inside, I've used part of the instructions. And this is just my missing the right words, but this is chipboard. This is chipboard underneath here. And I'm going to be using this elastic for to insert my pages. Forgive me if I don't come up with the right words. My brain is not functioning properly this morning. Anyhow, this is where I can just slip my signatures in like this. So they're not going to be binded in, they're removable. So as I work on the pages, I'm far from being done. I figure I'm going to take my time, because I get kind of stressed out if I push myself too hard. And this is all a learning experience for me, and I want to have fun doing it. As Janet Young said, it's supposed to be a fun activity. So, and trying to make it my own. So I do have a few pages done or started. This is my page with the smiles on it. And I punched these circles out with one of my paper punches and handmade the smileys on it. And I've got a napkin underneath there. And starting to put the prompts on here. Hi, Stacy. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know that this is you're pulled between two lives here. Thank you so much. And so I've been putting the prompts on the pages as I do them. I drew my breakfast, which is a bowl of oatmeal every morning with blueberries in it. And that was a challenge for me because my drawing talents aren't real great. So, and I colored it with watercolor pencils. So, yeah, it's a bowl of oatmeal, whether you can see it or not. And I got candy stickers on here and product packaging. I have coffee every morning, and that's off the box. Banana sticker. Yeah, so this is my stained glass page, and I drew this supposed to look like stained glass and colored it with gel pens. So I had kind of fun doing that. I'm glad I'm trying to branch out with trying different things. And then this is my coloring book page. And I took it out of one of my adult coloring books and colored it with gel pens, which I find is very relaxing, believe it or not. And it gives me experience with working with different types of media. And those gel pens are kind of fun. And then I've got a quote on here, bloom where God plants you. And I'm certainly happy that he's planted me with my YouTube friends. And it says, there's a quote out of the Bible here, blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. And that adult coloring book I got has a lot of spiritual things in it. So yeah, so that was kind of fun to color that. It does have a bird on it, but I think I'm going to put a bird on a different page because one of the prompts is put a bird on it or something like that. Oh man, let's see here. This is another page. This is neurographic art. And this is definitely a new experience for me. Just going to refresh my chat here. I watched Janet Young do it on her channel, and then I looked up on YouTube a little bit about what neurographic arts is, and uh, I find it very interesting and relaxing. I think this is going to be one of my new loves, and uh, it's real stress relieving and quite the therapeutic thing. I never saw myself doing anything like this, but it's got watercolors underneath here. This is actually, I colored with watercolor pencils and then hit them with a brush. And then this neurographic design on here is put on here with permanent markers. And then I've put these dots on here wherever I feel like it um, with a white acrylic pen. So that's my neurographic page. Actually, I'm so hooked on this that I started another page. And this one's not done yet, but this one here is done on watercolor paper. I got this really nice watercolor paper several months ago, and so now's the time to try it. And I colored this with watercolor pencils. I'll be finishing it up with water and then eventually using the pen to embellish the trim on here. This one here is actually done on tracing paper. Not tracing paper, sketching paper. I got a sketching pad from a thrift store this summer. And that's the paper that I'm using pretty much for my scavenger hunt. And I paid $1 for the whole book of paper, which sketch pad of paper, which was pretty full. I thought that was a good price. So, yeah. So things are moving along with this. I do have a couple other pages finished, but I can show you those at a different time too. Well, oh, this one here. This is my monster page. Kind of crazy because I've never drawn a monster, I don't think, but for those of you that didn't know it, I had a kidney removed in December. The kidney, this is a kidney monster. The kidney had a large, well, it was 4 millimeters or whatever they call it, was right in the center of my kidney, and it was cancerous. Renal carcinoma, clear cell renal carcinoma. And that's the monster on my kidney, that cancer. And they took that out, feeling very blessed that they found it. It hadn't spread outside my kidney at all. Was contained inside my kidney. And the reason they had to take the whole kidney was because it was located down in the center. They couldn't just take half of my kidney. So anyhow, they took my kidney out, and I'm healed up pretty good here. My I get tired easy, but other than that, it was a breeze. So, and I figured on the other side of the page, I was going to work with my gratitude page. Thank you, Stacy. I thought it was too. I got thinking, what am I going to do for a monster? But yeah, so yeah, cancer sucks, but I was pretty blessed. I didn't have to have chemotherapy or radiation. And so this was very simple compared to what some other people need to go through. So on the other side is my gratitude page, which I started yesterday. I'm going to add a few more things to this page I figure that's the right thing to do, on the other side. I'm grateful that they found it. Hi, Tommy. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm doing her scavenger hunt for the first time. I think I've seen you a few times on different lives. I think I might have seen you on Stacy's or somebody else's channel, but welcome in. I'm glad that you stopped in. So yeah, I'm doing this for the first time. So that's my monster page. And this is at Neurographic Art. I started a second page just because I found it very relaxing. And so I thought I'd work on this a little bit during my stream here. This is painter's tape on the outside that I'll remove after I'm done with it. You did it last year and you thought it was fun? Oh, you got overwhelmed? Yeah, so the first day I started working on mine, I was very overwhelmed. I'm like, and I finally told myself, it's supposed to be a fun thing. I'm not going to get all stressed out about this. And we have 3 months to do it. And so that's where I slowed myself down, and it's supposed to be a fun experience. And for me, it's definitely a learning experience and, exploring um, things that I haven't done before. So, yeah, so it's colored with watercolor pencils, and I actually have one box of watercolor pencils. And, when I first got these, I really didn't know how to use them, but I'm figuring it out now. I also have watercolors too, a couple different packages of watercolors that I bought last year. I started my venture on Stacy May's channel, where I went live with her. She allowed me on her channel, and it took me a while. I got fairly comfortable. It's a safe environment on her channel, and she's very patient, and anyhow, I got all these different art supplies, and now I'm starting to figure out how to use some of them. And yeah, yep, Tommy, that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go back and like, for me, I don't think I'm gonna use a page for each letter of the alphabet. I'll combine them on there. Um, so yeah. When I watched Janet Young do her, she had a lot of prompts just on the cover that she was doing. It was amazing. She got you Zentangling? Zentangling. I'm trying to think of what that might be. That's pretty artistic. That's an artistic word. This is all new to me because, like, when I was in high school, I took all the home economic classes. Art was not my thing at all. I'll have to look up what Zentangling is. That's what I did with Neurographic Arts. I YouTubed it, and boy, there's a lot of stuff on that. Oh, okay, Stacy. Free from scribble in meditation. Yeah, Tommy, that's what I found. This Neurographic Arts is going to be a great thing, you know. Uh, oh yeah, I read the word wrong. Form LOL. My tablet acts up on me sometimes when I type on it. It changes the words, or it'll put more than one letter on it. And yeah, these watercolor pencils, find that they're very easy to use, and I can color them and then add more like watercolors um, to them as I go. That's what I'll probably do with this one. Is I actually have this watercolor brush here that's got the water right in it. It's pretty convenient. Put some fresh water in it here. Let's see, squeeze that a little bit. This one I did the lines first with the marker, and then I colored in between them with a colored pencil. The first one I did the watercolor on there first, and then did the marker. I think I'm going to explore with color blending on this a little bit because that's something I haven't really done too much. Oops, a little bit of red on there. So I did a lot of crocheting while I was healing from my surgery. Oh, I made all sorts of things. I crocheted 2 different egg aprons. and several dishcloths, some crocheted chickens, which I give my daughter. If I get this Instagram thing figured out, I'll be posting more stuff on my Instagram of the stuff that I made. I think I'm going to try a little bit of green on that. Add that green to there on the outside a little bit. I'm just kind of winging it. This watercolor paper is really thick stuff. She actually, the person I watched online actually taped it to the table, so, you know, it helps so you don't get any warping or refresh my chat here. Later on, I'll, you know, when I get this done, I'll sit in front of the TV and color in the lines and I think a person can actually go over different areas with a regular colored pencil too afterwards. At least that's what they said on the video I watched. Oh, we got that little bit too wet there. Oh, yeah, I did that this morning, just down the road. The puppies got their nails trimmed. Thanks for stopping in, Tommy. You have a good day. Yeah, we have a groomer just down the road. I can see it's called the Pet Resort. I can actually see it from my house. That's pretty convenient. Pretty much once a month or every 6 weeks, get the dog's nails trimmed. This one here, I got 2 different colors on it. Lighter blue. This actually tells me how if I put more pressure on the pencil when I'm coloring, or how intense the color is, I guess. When I take that tape off, it should have a pretty streamlined line along there. The other one I trimmed the paper to. Hi, Penny. Thank you for stopping in. I'm working on my neographic art page here. This is a new thing for me. I did show a few of the pages from my scavenger hunt that I'm working on. I'm doing the scavenger hunt this year for the first time. I'm using, I got these watercolor pencils. These are Langer nickel, and I bought them from another reseller online. And then I also have these Derwent that I'll be going over with them, and this came with this nice watercolor pen that holds the water in here, which I'm loving it. It's right there, you just squeeze it and it wets your brush. So right now I'm just getting I colored this with the watercolor pencils, and just kind of blending that in, and I'll go over it in different areas with the watercolors. Yeah, they're really nice. I'm glad I spent a few extra bucks on this kit here, because I actually got 2 of these last year when I first started doing this. Um, this one's a metallic one, and they each came with one of these. It's funny because my husband will say, "So what are you creating now?" You know, because I've tried all these new things this last year, and a little bit too much water on there. Now the next one I'll know how much color to do with the pencils, you know, how intense. Of course, I can add more to them. Yeah, these little watercolor kits, you know, they're more expensive than buying a small kids watercolor thing, which a person can use. You certainly, you know, but I think this will last a long time. I mean, if you're planning to art for a while, it was worth the investment. Um, Well, this one here, I used two different shades of purple on, and I'm going to see how this goes. Hmm. A little bit too much water there. Let's see here. My mother is quite the artist. She's better at drawing and painting than I am. She taught ceramic classes for over 30 years, and she took some different watercolor or um, painting type classes. And oh, did she, Penny? Yeah, my mom actually, she's a retired beautician too, but back in the 70s, she started, she did a lot of crafts, through the years. But in the 70s, she took a few ceramic classes, and I remember going with her and glazing all those little vases and doing little projects. Not on a ceramic wheel. She did the bisque type of ceramics, and anyhow, she really got into it, and she started. She got a kiln, I don't know, a few years later, and just really built it up from there. And she would. I grew up in a really a two-story home. It was built in the early part of the century. um, my grandmother lived upstairs. There was a separate apartment upstairs. So, but anyhow, she set up this ceramic shop in our basement and started out with one kiln. She ended up with three before she retired from doing it because of her back. But yeah, yeah, it seems to be that, last year um, I sold antiques and collectibles for, I don't know, over 20 years. I started in the 90s while I was working full time. I started selling on eBay. And so, antiques were my passion for several years there. Um, but last year I decided I was just, you know, going to need to take a break and explore my other new arts and crafts that I had never done before. And that's, I started going live on Stacy's page and Stacy May Catitude and um, crafting with her. And before that, all I did was pretty much crochet and uh, I did a little sewing on the side, but mainly crocheting. And oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, I need to declutter. I have this room set up with all my sewing collectibles, and when I sold online and stuff, I have just walls full of buttons and sewing stuff, containers. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many buttons I have. Um, Not just crafting buttons, they're collectible buttons. Uh, Anyhow, that was one of my other passions. And um, when I found this junk journaling thing, when I started crafting with Stacy May, um, I'm trying to remember who I first saw doing the junk journals. Oh, I was like really passionate for the sewing things because I have so many vintage sewing items. I just, you know, so anyhow, that's kind of how I got started. And I've got so many things here, fabric and oh, vintage books and trims, you name it. Drawers full of them. It's almost overwhelming, but I had this room set up with antiques actually. I have 3 shelves of vintage uh collector books, like on carnival glass, dolls, sewing tools, pottery, you name it. I got a book for it. Now you can see all that stuff online. You don't really need those books too much, but yes. Yeah, when I watch your channel, um, oh, for sure. I really enjoy the people that I've met on YouTube. Um, I don't need to go out to a senior citizens center and do cards or play cards or whatever. I can do it all online with my friends and learn new things. And um, before that, I did belong to several button groups online, collector button groups, the Wisconsin State and the National Button Society. Um, Anyhow, I'm just rambling. Yeah, later on, you'll have to rewind to the front to the beginning of the thing. Yes, yeah. Stacy's channel is very relaxing. It's definitely a retreat. Um, you can just go in there and craft and, craft from your wherever your recliner, and it's just really relaxing. I don't know if you saw this, but this is the pocket that Cheryl and the group, the ABB group, created for me. Um, when I had my surgery, I got this in the mail. I just love this. This is the kind of stuff I want to incorporate in my junk journals. I have created some pieces um, that I have in my stash, but I haven't completed any journals. I have a few started. Yeah, it's hard, Penny, to get around to everybody's channel. Um, I know at one time I was telling, because I've been selling antiques and collectibles since the 90s. At one time, I had like 6 antique booths that I stocked, and I was working full time. It was kind of crazy. Um, I don't have any antique booths anymore, but I do have a lot of stuff here that I can list online, but I just choose to, I'm kind of trying to slowly move into retirement. I'm 61 and my health doesn't allow me to do everything I used to do. My brain says, "Oh, go all out and, do all this stuff," but my body doesn't allow me to do it anymore, but that's okay. Yeah, I used to sell at flea markets too. I enjoyed visiting with the people, and that was a lot of work. Um, kind of challenging on hot days, and used to do craft markets, craft shows with my mom. She'd set up her antiques there. I'd go and help her out. Yeah, Penny, it definitely, um, it's kind of funny, I look back on things I used to be able to do, like sit on the floor with, um, I can't get on the floor now. I can't get up. I got 2 bad knees. I need to have a knee replacement done, and yeah, there's no getting down on the floor to play with the grandkids. It's at the table or something. Yeah, Penny, I'm with you there. But I have, I used to go to auctions. My husband and I enjoy going to flea markets and thrift stores, and I still enjoy that, but I've cut back on it quite a bit because I have so much here and not enough time to actually list it online or sell it. I guess if you'd look at some of the stuff I have, you'd say I was a hoarder. My house is clean. I'm just saying I got a storage, the basement's full of shelves of stuff. And when I say I'm a hoarder, I'm not one of those hoarders that keeps garbage all around. Not that kind of hoarder, but I definitely had to have a hoard of buttons and sewing stuff, antiques, and you name it. One thing I can say though is I don't have any storage units or anything that we're paying rent on, so I'd just as soon have it in our basement. Yeah, that's true. Um, you know, I organized this room at one time with all sewing and button stuff on these shelves that I have here. And I got shipping boxes on top of them and on top of these shelves. But then when I started into the journaling, I bought all this other stuff. And so I've got more containers stacked in my small room here, which is a bedroom that, just a small bedroom that's got a bunch of shelves in it. Yeah, I used to be able to, when I bought stuff, I used to be able to, take some to the flea market, take some to the antique booth, and we can't have rummage sales here because there's nobody that comes. We live in a small town of 400 people, and it just doesn't pay to have a rummage sale. Oh, let's see here. Add a little red on here. Well, thanks for stopping, Penny. I really appreciate it. And you have a good day. I might click you on later. I think you come on about 1:30 or 1 o'clock, something like that. So have a good day. 1:15 Mountain Time. Okay. These brushes. This is called a paint pocket set, and definitely is. It's nice and small and handy, and try blending a couple different colors in here. Well, that's a little bit too much. I'm out of water. That's why it's. Put more water in there. Hi, Huawei. You're getting dizzy? Yeah, what do they call that on YouTube? Not rewinding, but I don't know. Replay? I know I said rewinding, but it's not like you're playing a videotape and rewinding it. Kind of showing my age a little bit. I'm really experimenting here because I definitely don't have a lot of experience with watercolors, but this is an experience. Oh yeah, that's this other one. This is the first one I did. That's going in my journal, my scavenger hunt journal. This is the first one I did. Neurographic art. And this is done with watercolor pencils, and then I did the lines with black markers. I'm enjoying doing this process. Wow, you've done painting. I think I remember that, right? Trying to let go of my perfectionism with this thing and let the paintbrush do the work, but you know, it doesn't everything doesn't have to be in a line, you know, like coloring in the lines type of thing. Let's see. Ooh, that's really dark. This is the first time I've actually worked on watercolor paper, so this is definitely all the holes. You talking about the holes in between or the little dots on here? So I started with a piece of paper. You take a marker and you just let yourself draw for, I don't know, 3-4 seconds. And then you color in between. Yep, that's all you need. Sharpies, that's what I used. Oh, yeah, these holes. My next one, I think I'm going to use some circles in different shapes. Um, I have this sewing quilters template that I think I'll use to put some different designs on there on a different one that I make. You're talking about this one? Oh, the holes in the Sharpie lines? You're talking about these little white dots? Those are done with an acrylic pen that I have, acrylic paint pen. Yep. Which, let's see here. I do have a box of them. These here. I got these on Amazon. Quick drying, multi-purpose. And yeah, you shake them up. These are an extra fine tip. Marks on anything, and it's water-based. Pigment ink, strong covering force, sunproof and waterproof. Acrylic painter. All these things that I'm learning. I mean, who would have thought? So I got a box of black and a box of white ones. I was watching another artist. I think it was the Mary Tallier Mary. She's been on YouTube for a long time. I think she's the one that told me about those were on Amazon. One of the other YouTubers did. Oh, a chalk pen? Okay. I bet that works good too. I was thinking about getting a decent set of watercolor or colored pencils. I have these, school type colored pencils, regular colored pencils, but I was going to check into a different, maybe a higher grade watercolor pencil. To work with in the future. I don't know if you have any watercolors that you like to use. Oh, that's blue. I want purple. It's interesting how it changes. These change after they dry. Got to kind of sit back and look at it a little bit. Oh, you got watercolors in tubes? I have acrylic paints that are in tubes. Just refreshing my chat a little bit here. Really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Are you serious? Wow. Let's see here. I actually have two of these sets. The other one is metallic. which I might use on this a little bit to experiment. Hi, Stacy. Still working away on this here. Ooh, that's blue. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe blend a different color in there. Which one is the purple? Keep dipping that in the wrong color. I don't know which one's the purple. That one's blue. This one's got to be the purple one. Nah, that's blue. What two colors mixed together makes purple? Blue and... Let's see what these look like on here. So red and blue make purple, or I forget what the primary... Oh, this one's nice and clean. I got purple on here. These are metallic. We'll see what these look like on here. Hi, Cal. Kathy, welcome in. Thank you. Oh, you're raiding me. Thanks, Stacy. So Stacy put you up to this raid, huh? Well, there's an artist at work here, I think. Haha. This watercolor thing is a challenge. Oh, Kathy Whitney and Kathy Wiseman. Welcome in, both of you. Yeah, so this is Near Graphic Arts that I'm experimenting with. Whole new world. Masking liquid. I don't know what that is. I do have this tape that'll come off here early when I'm done. This is the first one I did, Near Graphic Art. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this Near Graphic Arts is kind of fun. This is just done with a marker. Yeah, so I'm kind of boogering this up, I think. Do this green a little more here. Oh, this metallic is kind of cool too. I don't know. Different. Yeah, I took Miss Huawei away from you guys. It's been over a month since I streamed, you know. I'm feeling pretty good though after my surgery. I just get tired here and there, which I had before that, but oop, the brushes got another color on it. Let's see here. I should probably test this on a piece of paper. Then I would know. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Jazzy. Well, thanks for the raid. Thank you, Stacy May. Oh, let's see here. Paint a little bit. Sit back and look at it. Yeah, that's what I do. Sometimes I stream 2 different people at one time. Well, I don't really have a regular time right now. It's whenever I kind of feel like it. 7 thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Looks like I got 8 if I'm looking at it right. I think that's the most I've probably ever had. Uh-huh. 9. Yeah. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest with you. Oh, it's 10 after 12 here. I know you guys are an hour ahead of me. Or Stacy is. I don't know everybody else's different time zones. Oh, you're at 10, 12. You're a couple hours behind me, Kathy. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for the raid, you guys. As you can see, I don't know what I'm doing. This is totally an experiment, but hey, gotta start somewhere. These are metallic watercolors that I'm going over this with. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're just doing it. Yes, it is fun. Be interesting to see what this looks like afterwards. I kind of like the effects of that metallic. It's kind of adds a little bit of a sparkle. Let's see here. Just layering and layering. Oh, this green here probably needs something different on it. A little bit of metallic on the green. Did I start it an hour ago? Well, the stream, I've been online here for, let's see, an hour and 45 minutes. The picture I actually started, I think it was yesterday or the day before. But I should really probably break here. I have a little beagle crying at the door. And my stomach is saying, oh, I think it's lunchtime. Oh, okay, great. Great, Stacy. And you can share anybody's channel on there too if you want to pop in. Uh, Huawei. Funny Huawei. Well, I really appreciate this raid, ladies and gents. If there's any gents out there. But I think I'm going to break for lunch here and settle in my recliner for a few hours. And I'll have to share a picture of this after I get it done, after I do the dots and stuff. So thank you for the raid, Stacy May, and anybody that came in here, and thanks for the thumbs up. And we will see you soon. Don't know when, but whenever I get the whim and feeling for it. So I'll probably be sharing more of my scavenger hunt journal too as I go along here. So you guys have a great day. Thanks again, Stacy May.